Bougainvillea is one of the most beautiful species to bonsai, and it works really well in Texas. It comes in a lot of different colors, but the variety I have posts a beautiful red flower most of the year. It works best when it's kind of root bound in a small pot. You can see how gnarly and dramatic the branches can be made to be. This is a sprawling vine that takes the shape of a tree as you cut it and it grows. You have to cut it often and keep it down. I got a small one for $8 at the nursery, and I thought it had a good basic interior structure. So I brought it home to do a little example video of how to take a little thing like this and turn it into a bonsai. First, I cut the pot so I can see what the trunk of this thing looks like, and what the soil is made out of, and how much of the soil I can remove. Usually you can take about an inch of soil off of the bottom of a plant. So the next thing I'm doing is looking at it and taking away just all the basic bonsai things it says to remove. If you read a bonsai book or something, it'll give you good advice. Take away branches leaning towards the middle, take away duplicate branches, parallels. And once I got all of those done, I start to see the thing taking shape. I'm seeing its main branches, and I'm realizing, hey, if this was down here and this one was down here, this thing would look like a much older tree. So that's what I'm going for. I'm kind of, brainstorming right now. And I got my idea, and then I get out my wire. This is copper wire, American wire gauge 12. And it's nice and strong. So it's going to pull those branches down and keep them in whatever shape I want. 3 of them I wired down, and then 1 of them I let stay up. So this gives the illusion of a much older tree, that it's had branches growing out, and that it's still going upward as well, like a whole tree. So here's the shape in its totality. Down here, the trunk, everything's been stripped away to make a very definite trunk. And then the branches, like I said, on that flat, that just is the illusion of being older. So the difference here in the trunk is that it's cleaned up. I've taken away all the branches that are below the first 2. Once again, just gives that illusion that the tree has a strong trunk. And then I let it grow for about a year. I found a nice little bonsai pot for it. Oh yeah, there's a good picture of the structure right there. This is based on advice that I've gotten from reading books, and of course you need to give antifungals and the nutrients it needs with fertilizer. But this is it after a year right here, and it just came out gorgeous. You can see that even in a year there was a ton of growth. The trunk is much thicker, much bigger, and it flowered most of the time. This was a little bit later, and some of the flowers have gone away, but it still has some flowers on it. You can see I've got fertilizer baskets. So you need to fertilize once a month with Bougainvillea. I have some other specimens as well. This is probably my favorite one, probably the best one. It didn't really require much wiring. I just set it up. I cut the right cuts according to bonsai quote-unquote rules or suggestions. Of course, making my own modifications. And then it needed its top cut back too, but it just keeps flowering and growing beautifully. And here's that gnarly one from the beginning, just to show, yes, these are long, it has long internodes, and those branches haven't formed in the middle, but this is a cut and grow process. So you've cut it, and then the plant's going to grow into the shape that you want. hope you guys enjoyed learning about Bougainvillea, and I hope you can get one for yourself. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.